Hello, it's Patrick Tycoon Jones here. We're back at it with another episode specifically to talk about letting your distractions go. Folks, it is 2022. We are in April of 2022, actually finishing it up. We have no more time to waste. We have to address these distractions right now. We have to get rid of these distractions, and we have to walk into our purpose immediately. Hello, y'all. It's Patrick Tycoon Jones here. We are here to talk about letting the distractions go. But before we get into that, we have a lot to talk about. First and foremost, Tycoons, I really want to thank you all. I remember when this whole YouTube channel was just an idea that was sitting in my head. And, I wanted to act on it for multiple years and didn't act on it. I had multiple people tell me from different walks of life, Patrick, you need to write a book. Patrick, you need to create a YouTube channel. Patrick, when are you going to do this? So you know what? I said, let's do this. I'm obeying, and here we are. So as a result, we are now over 1,000 subscribers. To be exact, we're around 1,313 subscribers. So I do want to say thank you to all my tycoons who are tapping in. It's been less than a year, and we have gone from 0 subscribers to over, 1,000 subscribers. To me, that is huge, and I do want to celebrate all the things, not, the big things, not just the small things, but I want to celebrate the things with all of my tycoons. So thank you very much. Now, let's get into this. So, number 1, social media on the phone. Folks, I did some research about social media. So on average every day, so this is the average, on average every day, people are spending 2.5 hours on social media. So now let's think about this. If the average person works 8 hours, okay, and you're spending 2.5 hours, or let's just say 2 hours of those 8 hours on social media, are you really being productive? Folks, are you really able to hit your dreams and your goals if you're really serious about your dreams and your goals? If you're spending 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours on social media a day? Folks, when you go home, don't you have kids? Some of you do. Some of you have spouses. So why are we at the dinner table and we're on our social media? Why are we having conversations? No wonder things are failing, right? Relationships are failing. A lot of people are spending more time with their social media then they're spending with their kids, then they're spending with their spouses. That is problematic. That's really problematic to me, and that should be problematic to you. So number 1, letting go of the distraction is getting rid of social media on your phone. If you want to open up that iPad, if you want to open up that laptop at the end of the day when you're winding down, you want to have a glass of wine, or you just want to have some downtime and you want to pop open your social media, then by all means do that. But folks, do not let social media get in front of your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, your 9 to 5. Because if it's doing that, it's a massive distraction. And there is a little bit of codependency on that. If you're really choosing social media over being productive and earning a living, generating income, right? So that's that, folks. Number 2, comparing yourself to others. Now, this is something that you really need to think about because, a lot of you are going to be like, well, I don't compare myself to others. Oh, really? So I'm going to take you down a couple of different avenues here. So if you see, let's just say all of you who are in hip hop, Future just dropped an album, and I'm a fan of Future's album. It's pretty good. And let's just say you see Future with a particular coat on. What stops you from actually going out and getting that coat, right? If it is persuasive enough and you feel as though it's going to do something for you, right? And it's something that's lacking, now you go out and get that. Or The women, you see someone who has a particular type of makeup on, okay? And you're like, oh my gosh, her makeup is phenomenal, right? So you go out and you get that makeup because you want to look phenomenal like that particular person. How is that not comparing yourself to someone? So my point is, we all compare ourselves to certain individuals and certain things based on certain situations, right? So comparing yourself to others, for me, does me absolutely no good, because guess what? At the end of the day, what that person makes, what that person generates on an annual basis does nothing for me. It does nothing for my bottom line. It does nothing for putting food on my table. It does nothing for you, right? So who cares about someone trying to impress someone else and they're riding around in a $300,000 vehicle? You have to be good with you at the end of the day. And whatever your particular threshold is, then that's where you need to bunker down and feel confident about, right? We're not trying to impress people. And at the end of the day, I'm way over trying to impress people. And now it's all about what? It's all about the purpose, folks. I'm on my purpose, and you should be on your purpose too. I'm on my grind, and you should be on your grind too. And if you're not, then folks, you need to look at yourself in the mirror, and you need to reevaluate your thought process, your purpose, your why, right? Those are all things that you need to think about. And you should be thinking about this on a daily basis. And if you're not writing this stuff down and you can't read it and you can't scratch stuff off and add new stuff, right? If you can't do that, then that's problematic, because everything is sitting here and you're relying on your mental, right? And it's more powerful anyway when you write something down, okay? So, again, comparing yourself to others does you zero good, okay? So let's not do that. Let's avoid that like the plague. Next, what people think of you, what people think of me, who cares? And this is a perfect segue, right? We just talked about comparing yourself to others, and now we're talking about what people think of you. At the end of the day, what people think of you, what people think of me, it means nothing. How are those individuals impacting your life? If anything, they're a cheerleader, right? And I'd rather have people, if they want to talk about me negatively, go ahead, feel free. I could care less. That's free publicity at the end of the day. So whenever they're in their social circles and they have Patrick Tycoon Jones' name in their mouth, at the end of the day, folks, it's publicity. And guess what? The social circle that they're in, the 3, the 4, the 5 people that they're talking to, at least 2 of them are going to go look Patrick Tycoon Jones up. And guess what ends up happening? That's clicks. That's consuming the video content that I have created, right? And that's a win for me. No matter if it stems from negativity, right? And what people think of me. Now, if we have positivity and people think positive and they obviously want to buy into the notion of, walking into your purpose and being a blessing to others, right? Well, then you've tapped into the right channel. That's Patrick Tycoon Jones, right? I want to inspire millions of people. That's my mission. That's what I'm going to do, right? So again, what people think of you, what people say about you, it means nothing. Applaud them and keep it moving. At the end of the day, I heard one saying that I thought was a pretty good saying. When the elephant walks, the dogs bark. But guess what happens? The elephant keeps walking. And the dogs that are barking are going to do anything to that elephant. So, if you understand what I'm saying, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, then you understand, be an elephant, walk in your purpose. And who cares about what the measly dogs are barking and saying? Who cares about that? Keep walking in your purpose, okay? Keep being a blessing to others, okay? That's what you need to do. That's what you need to focus on. That should be your reality, not the chirping birds or the, barking dogs. That shouldn't be a thought process whatsoever. Next, Negative people. The people that will kill the dreams. The people that will have you doubt yourself. The people that you say it's blue, the sky is blue, and they say no, it's aqua. Those people, folks, you need to eliminate. Or you don't necessarily need to eliminate, just feed them with a long handle spoon. If they're not aligning with your big dreams, your big goals, your big aspirations, if they're not doing that, then what are they doing? What purpose do they serve? And at the end of the day, if you follow me, you do understand this. We go into a conversation and think of it like this. We have a battery. All of you are familiar with your mobile devices. Your mobile devices have your battery. You can see what percentage your battery is on at the top or the bottom, depending upon what device that you have. So when you go into a conversation with these negative people, let's just say your battery is at 100%. When you leave the conversation with these negative people, how come your battery percentage is less? That's because they are negative. They're feeding you negativity. They're not feeding you positivity, okay? And that's something that you need to think about. That's something that you need to address. And moreover, that's something that you need to remove. Cut it out like cancer, okay? So that's negative people. Next, trying to be perfect does you no good. First and foremost, perfection doesn't exist in human beings, in mankind. It doesn't exist. Now, the one thing that you can do, folks, is you can try to reach for perfection, okay? You can even set out day by day wanting to achieve perfection. That's cool, because if you shoot for the moon and you fall short, and at least you're amongst the stars, right? So there's nothing wrong with trying to reach for perfection, but just know there's no such thing as perfection, okay? So that's one of those things where if you're trying to reach perfection, you're gonna always end up short. You're gonna become depressed and you're gonna become anxious because you're not realizing that particular goal. When in fact, what you should be telling yourself is, I'm gonna shoot for perfection every day, okay? I'm gonna strive to beat me every day. I am competing against me every day. And every day I wanna get better. So instead of that whole perfection thing, you should be thinking about getting better daily, okay? Next, material things. Folks, material things we all know is cool. On social media, you see everybody and their grandmother with material things. You see all of the nice logos. You see all of, the nice things. And, those people seek validation, and they seek validation from the people that don't have those nice things. And then next thing you know, instead of you focusing on your purpose and beating the financial drum that you're in to make and generate income, you're going out and you're spending on material things, whether it's a car, whether it's a big watch, whether it's, a $200,000, $300,000 vehicle. Folks, focus on your purpose. Focus on your dream. When you focus on your purpose, you focus on your dream, and you invest in something that is going to pay for the thing that you want, then guess what, folks? You're now winning. And I'm going to say that again. You invest in something that's going to pay for the thing that you want. That right there is powerful when it's within itself. Think about that. Let it sink in. Okay, and I'm going to say it one more time. You go out and you invest in something that's going to pay for the things that you want. When you're doing that, then you can't be stopped, folks. You can't be stopped at all. Okay, just don't deviate from that plan. Next, giving up on long-term goals for short-term success. Why are we doing that? And I'm going to give you a great example. Folks, some of you have the golden handcuffs in the corporate world, or whatever your profession is. Some of you wake up every day and you cannot stand the job that you are performing on a day-to-day basis, which causes anxiety, which causes angst in your internal being, in your internal soul. Some of you right now know that you have a calling. You know that you're meant for greater. You know that you're better than your current circumstances. But because you give up on the long-term goal for short-term rewards and or success, that's what's causing you not to wake up energized every day with a purpose to go out there and conquer every day, to be at your ultimate happiness, to be walking in your dream. It's because you said, you know what? That long-term goal, I don't think I can attain it. But guess what I can do? It makes more sense to me. I can go work this job that someone else created for someone like me, and I can help that person that created this job live their dream. But I can't live my own dream because I'm giving up on my long-term goal for this short-term reward or success. And folks, if you guys are doing that, then I feel sorry for you. I really don't want you to be doing that. You know, if you have to devise a plan, come talk to me, okay? Seriously, come talk to me. Shoot me a message, and then let's have a one-on-one coaching session. And yeah, there's a fee associated with it, but I'd rather you pay this small nominal fee than pay this ultimate fee, you know, when you're 10, 20, 30 years down the road and you're regretting not coming up with a plan and going out and doing the thing that you knew you were meant to do. Okay, folks? So, again, let the distractions go. They do you no good whatsoever. And you know what I say, folks. Lock in with me because you know I am locked in with you. I greatly appreciate your time and your attention. And to all of my tycoons, make sure you share this with a fellow individual who needs the tycoon knowledge. It's extremely important. We are ramping up this year, and next year is only going to be better. And I have nothing but big plans for this particular channel, and I want each and every one of you to lock in with me. Until we speak again, thank you for your time, and take care, my tycoons. Bye now.